After URI attacks, the most asked question today by all Indians is what to do with Pakistan. So we have prepared a video on how India can retaliate so that we can eradicate the Pakistani problems one and for all. The first thing we need to understand is why Pakistan indulges in proxy war rather than a full-scale conventional war. Proxy war is a type of confrontation between two nations in which neither engages the other in direct combat. This is highly used in Soviet-Afghan wars and Vietnam wars. Proxy war has following advantages. First, it is a low-cost warfare, so there is no cost of mobilization of army or keeping up with your enemy. On an average, it takes 30 to 35 days to train any terrorists. We have seen that America withdrew from Vietnam due to high public pressure as the soldiers got killed and American public panicked. Same was seen in Afghanistan and Iraq. But in a proxy war, there is no such difficulty. As for example, Ajmal Kasab is an unknown young man from a village of Pakistan. In Pakistan, he had no future. So people of Pakistan do not care if one Ajmal Kasab dies. He is an estranged youth without a future for them. But the same is not true if a man of Pakistani army dies. Then it will be all over the news. Everyone will feel for him, and if many of them dies, there will be immense pressure on the government. Then, in this form of warfare, one side can inflict large damage on the other. As the main targets are civilians who are unarmed, untrained, they are easy targets. So with minimum input, one can inflict maximum damage. Again, in this form of warfare, there is no sovereign involved. So there is no face to blame, no political responsibility at all. You send men unknown and under no flags. So they are fanatical mercenaries rather than soldiers. As only a few men are required at a time, so there is always a low cost involved in terms of human life lost to the terrorist state. Then the tactic involved here is fear. So people in any area are scared due to frequent attacks and the way of life changes. So this technique brings destability into an area. The most prominent example is Kashmir. Lastly, it all looks like a local problem rather than an attack. Like for a long period of time, America and other Western countries looked at Kashmir as a local problem for India and never tried to understand that this was all caused by Pakistan. In Mumbai and Pathankot, at both places, Pakistan lost a very few unknown and local estranged youth men but created a great impact. So this kind of warfare suits them. Now I will place two questions before all of us. Number one, can India start a conventional war against Pakistan? Yes, why not? It can easily do so. India has the third largest army in the world and the most disciplined army in the world. It has the fourth largest air force in the world. We have the fourth largest armored corps in the world. We have the seventh biggest naval fleet in the world. But my second question is, should India start a full-scale war? The answer must be no. Firstly, that's what Pakistan wants. It has nothing better to do. It is a country formed on hatred for India. It cannot do any good for itself and just wants to indulge in war and frustration. Secondly, Pakistan is a failed terrorist state with a very loose finger on its nuclear arsenal. Pakistan will not think twice before using it. Once it uses it, the state of Pakistan is inevitably perished by Indian response. But this will also impact India dearly. Pakistan is a suicidal state. It was formed on nonsense grounds. They are not even ethnic to that region. They are surrounded and cornered. Pakistan has no mission, no vision or path as a nation. So in human terms, they are insane. So we must be careful as we are with any insane person. Also, if India's problem of Pakistan is solved, it will no longer need the large arms stock it buys from the West. So in our wild dreams, we presume that they will support us in one and for all war against Pakistan. Also, if we win to war, we will lose the great economic push we have now. Now, what India can do in this state? Primarily, India can focus all attentions in Balochistan. It is like a primary response towards Pakistani mischief. By causing chaos in Balochistan, India can cause Pakistan to face a multifaceted war in which a weak economy like Pakistan cannot survive. Also, the issue can be used to bring international community's attention towards Pakistani's atrocity in Balochistan. But the main problem in Baloch conflict has to be handled with caution, because the conflict will impact regions of Iran and Afghanistan. So we have to see that the conflict stays out of Iran and Afghanistan. In the CPEC region or China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, there is investment of at least 46 billion United States dollar by China. If India stops or delays this investment in Gilgit region and Baloch region, both China and Pakistan will be hurt tremendously. Pakistan is the 25th largest economy in the world. India is the third. For long, Pakistan has used counterfeiting as a measure. If India counterfeits Pakistani currency, their whole economy will collapse, as they will easily lose confidence on currency of a failing state. Lastly, annually India does trade of around USD 72,000 million with China, USD 64,000 million with USA, USD 59,000 million with UAE. India can use trade influence to isolate Pakistan, ask trading partners to call Pakistani a failed state, thus isolating the country, making it a failed economy too. Thank you.